everyone, welcome to the G3 Boardroom, the internet's second most popular board game review YouTube channel where two guys have the same name. That's it. Prove me wrong. Today we're going to be talking about our thoughts on an app from a company called Dized.
Dized, D-I-Z-E-D, Dized.
That's Jason knows one of the guys that is affiliated with this company. We did a playthrough of Tiny Epic Dungeons using the app, but I guess how many other games is the app?
20, 30
There's
plus.
got to be 20, 30, 40 games on there.
Yeah,
they're adding
quite a
more
few.
all the time. And they vary in complexity. You know, there's a game like Tiny Epic Dungeons or Ice Cool, which is one I've played before, which is a very basic game, all the way up to a game like Scythe, which is, you know, you probably beat somebody to death with the rule book for Scythe. So.
Yes. Much harder to do that with the app unless it's maybe like, you know, the iPad Pro or something.
Yeah.
But I should probably mention we were not paid to do this. Jason knows this guy, and the guy, you know, knows that we do this, and said, "Hey, you know, could you want to try out our
He knows a
app?"
guy.
He knows a guy.
He knows a
He knows a guy. And we said, "Yeah, sure, we try it out." I love apps. I'm not the kind of person that wants to sit and read through a rule book. I'd rather learn by playing. And I know it drives these guys nuts because pretty much every game we play, I am learning while playing. But it was nice to have the app.
It only drives me nuts when you've played it 4 or 5 times and you're still learning how to play. You know, I really like the app. It was very clear. It walked us through. It repeated itself enough times where you started to understand, and then it did cut us loose. It was like, okay, now you guys play on your own. And it became a reference, a source of reference. The rule book is also in there, or their version of it, which is scaled down. You know, it's, but it got to a point where it's like, okay, you don't need to know how to reveal a room anymore. Now you're doing it on your own. You don't need to know what happens when a goblin comes out. Now you're doing it on your own. So it started you out at the beginning with basic stuff like open box, take everything out of box,
which we messed up,
which we failed. We failed step 2. We failed.
We were making all kinds of fun of the app. You know, what's just telling us to open the box to take things up, and like 10 minutes into the game, we're like, you know, the second step was remove all the pieces, and then like just a few minutes in the game, we're like, oh man, we didn't take these pieces out.
Got Dave reaching for the box, and you know, it's because we didn't follow what the app told us to do. We tried to get ahead of it, and it cost us. So,
right.
But no, it was really good on walking us through, really good on going from one step to the next, and then good at cutting us loose and letting us do it on our own.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I know this is going to come off. I think take this very positive. It's idiot proof. Mm-hmm. It walks you step by step by step, and because it repeats itself, that it's almost impossible to make a mistake unless you're just not paying attention like we did. But regardless, even the fact that we made that tiny mistake, we missed a couple pieces, but by the way, you still need these pieces, go back and go get them. So it does a fantastic job of walking you through, especially if you're a newbie or if you're just starting to play a game. It really can help you learn the game without any intimidation, because there's a lot going on in this game.
So. There is. It is an intimidating game. You know, there's quite a bit going on. There's quite a bit, you know. I know that my wife specifically, you know, there's just too many piles of cards. You know, if there's a game with too many piles of cards, she just checks out right away. It's intimidating. The app, you can pause, you can go forward, you can go back, you can repeat things. We did need to repeat step 2. You know, we got to step 3, we'll go back to step 2. Take everything out of the box. That's right. Yeah. And you did say idiot proof, but I do have to say that nothing is idiot proof to a sufficiently resourced idiot. Yeah. So.
It was, you know, you're able to skip too. You know, if you, it'll tell you, you know, by the 10th time, it's telling you, you know, the mechanics of opening up a new room. You know, you can just skip right through that. What I loved about it was I thought that the animations that were in it, you know, physically. Now we had it on a, you know, this size phone. The animations were great, very polished and very clear, and you know, looping, so you see exactly what you need to do.
And it's the stuff from the game,
right?
It's the stuff. It's not like a representation of it. This is what it actually looks like. Find this. And there was one room that we opened. It's like, is this your room? Yes, it is.
Yes, that's the exact card right here.
There's a camera up there. Yes, that's my card.
Yeah, again, step by step, keeps it simple, makes it clear. It's not oversimplified, but it's definitely not too complicated. It's right in that nice, happy zone of here's how you play the game, here are the basic rules, here are the mechanics you need to know. If you need help, come back to the app and we'll give you a refresher. It does a very good job.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it.
One thing I did have to get used to, and this really isn't a negative comment, but there's an AI voice that's used for the voice of the app, and it's a very good AI voice, but it does, like a few times it said like bow instead of bow. It's like, ready your bow. Like, okay, I'm ready. How's that one? And there was a couple times when just from a nitpicky technical standpoint, there's a few times where the music that's playing under that, which is very good, by the way, very good thematic music, but there's a couple times where the music would crescendo till it was kind of swallowing up the voiceover. So there's a couple times where I might have missed a word or two in the voiceover, but I mean it's all there on text, and the text is very clear, easy to read.
Don't worry, if you missed it, you can always hit repeat.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was easy to read, and we've played a lot of app-driven games, or a handful of them, and some of them, it's like, I can't read this stuff. It's in this. I get it. I'm old. I got it, but I think I'm the target demographic, and if I can't read it,
Yeah, just to be clear though, the app. You don't need the app to play this game. The app is just designed to teach you the rules.
Right. It's not an app-driven game, but the app is designed to sit on top.
Yeah. All the Dized apps are tutorial. Teach you how to play. Do this instead of read the rule book, which I think is great.
Well, since we're just talking about the Dized app, I will mention this about the Ice Cool game, another one that I've played on the app. It's a game where you assemble a high school and you're penguins and you're trying to get fish and you're shoving your penguins around, and when you get a fish you hit the fish button and the thing yells at you, fish. It's hilarious. It does a really good job. I don't know if you ever played High School. You gotta play it. It's funny. You're flicking this penguin around the board. It's hilarious. And your finger hurts after you play it because it's hard plastic, but it's a fun game. But yeah, when we were at Gen Con, everybody's screaming, fish! And you got 1,000 people looking at you like you're a weirdo, but all made them want to play.
That happens every day for you, though.
My leg's hard. No, but it's fantastic, teaching you the rules, taking you through it.
I've never been exposed to the Dized app before, so I was pleasantly surprised that it is a just as good or maybe better replacement for the physical rule book. I mean, it didn't miss anything. I've seen some sort of app helping, where apps help with games, and sometimes they don't have all the information, or maybe they'll leave something out that's kind of important. But this one, it was, but everything was there.
Yeah. There's no assumptions that you have any knowledge of the game. They do a great job of.
Which is what it should be. It would have been really easy to lazily put together an app that's like, oh, they'll know this, Mm-hmm. But no, this one, it's a true tutorial app. So
right.
And I'm guessing that the other ones were probably the same way.
Same
High School.
They do a very good job. I highly, again, like I said already, I highly recommend it.
And now we got to play High School.
It's right down there.
Here's a story about High School. The problem with High School was we played it at Gen Con using the app. We had a blast. I'm like, I want to go buy this game. And Ice Cool was not for sale anywhere at Gen Con. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
But Dized had a version of the...
Yeah, they had the game there, but
they had a tutorial of it.
But the company did not have any copies of the game to purchase.
Yes.
So they're coming out with more games all the time. I'm always looking for new games to learn, but I'm not necessarily looking for new rule books to read.
There's the caveat.
Yes. So this fits in well.
You don't just buy games to read the rule books?
I do. I don't have people to play with, so I just do a rule book.
Okay, well, the bottom line is the Dized app is
Get it.
Great. Thumbs up. Worked for us, and worked for me. And you don't get no dumber than me. And so I think that after using the app and playing through this game, I think I actually have a pretty good grasp on how to play it, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah. Idiot proof.
Get it.
Yes.
If the three of us can do it.
Yeah, anyone can. All right, thanks for checking out our thoughts on the Dized app. I want to say thank you to our subscribers, our viewers, and people that fell asleep and then just woke up and our video was playing.
Nice to meet you.
We'll see you in the next video.